Let's now talk about the basic website design and user experience. I'm going to talk about 5 strategies in doing your design for your website and design components as well that are important and other areas for consideration. Basic design strategy number 1 is don't let users think. As I said, a lot of people are just scan reading the website. So it is really important that it is very intuitive, and once the user is like hovering around the mouse and trying to think about where to click, so it's already a sign that the design of the website is not good. So basic design strategy number 2 is do a card sorting survey. So the practical tip or step that you can do is get post-it notes and then write down each of the section of the website that you would want to implement according to your objective or goals or based on your brainstorming. And then what you do is try to do a quick survey of your partners, your colleagues, or even your customers, and ask them to sort the post-it notes according to the user experience that they prefer or they prefer to see in your website. So by doing that, uh, say for example, is it the products? Is it the about us section? Is it the contact us section? So let them sort it accordingly, and then based on those, then try to tally it in a spreadsheet and see which people prefer to see a particular post-it note compared to the others. And then by doing that, you can define the user experience that will be preferable to most of the users. Okay, so basic design strategy number 3 is to develop wireframes. So wireframes, as you can see in the image, is like a blueprint of the layout of the website. So this example, actually, this is a YouTube layout. So by doing this, you can already visualize how the navigation would look like, how the website would look like. And then again, do a survey or poll to your colleagues and clients, and, and ask them of their feedback of how the layout of the website look like. So this will save you much time in the actual development of the website itself. Okay, so another design strategy, which is basic design strategy number 4, is also to define the site navigation. It's like a site map. So from the home page, what are the main menus, and then what are the sub menus behind that. So by doing this, you can see a bird's eye view of the scope of work you need to do to develop the website, and then the amount of effort that you need to do based on the your objectives and goals. Okay, so the basic design strategy number 5 is do some A/B testing. So an A/B testing is a commonly used type of testing which is also being used with a lot of advertisement platforms to see which layout or section of the website is better looking than the other. So in this example, the A option is colored in blue, and then the B option is colored in orange, or you can also incorporate the fonts. So by doing that, again, you can do a survey which ones is better than the other one. Let's now talk about the design components. Okay. So the first important thing in the design component is the brand theme and the consistency of the theme. So if you're a brick and mortar store, you have like a colors, the colors of your signages, the color of your logo, the color of your interiors. It has to be aligned with your website. So there's like a consistency. So when people see that theme, they can easily recognize that that's your company or that's your business. So meaning, if you implement a color scheme of blue and orange in your homepage, it has to be consistent with the following pages. or the subsequent pages that you would develop. Next is the font style and the size. Again, there's no rule of thumb in terms of doing this. You can do some A/B testing or type of font style that you would choose and the size. So the font are the way your text looks on the web page. So this is a vital element because most web pages include large amount of text. So when you're thinking of design, you need to think about how the text looks as well as the macro level, the positioning of text, adjusting the size, the paragraphs. So it's certainly not as simple as choosing a font, and a few tips will help you get started. It also should be consistent with your brand theme. The next is the color. So as you know, colors are everywhere. It's how you will dress up your website or how people will see you. And colors to some people have meaning on it. Yeah, so if you think about it, every website has a color scheme. It again adds to the brand identity of the site and each pages as well as your other marketing materials. So it's really vital to determine or be consistent with your color scheme and should be also considered carefully. Next is graphics and images. So, well, graphics are the fun part of a website. No, so as the saying goes, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and that's also true in the web design. The internet or websites is a very visual medium and eye-catching. You know, so by implementing graphics, images, or even videos, can really add to the user engagement and can really give a good impression in your web design and can let them be motivated on the next call to action that you would want them to do. Next is button sizes. So again, if your priority is call to action to call them, then make the button size much bolder or bigger. But in the low priority, a call to action, make it more smaller than the other ones. So it's really important in web design. Another one is the support for mobile responsiveness. So mobile responsiveness refers to how your website will be laid out using a mobile phone. As you know, a big percentage of your visitors will come from using a mobile device. So it's a no-brainer to implement also how it would look like in a mobile device compared to a desktop device. And then last but not the least is templates. Again, in WordPress, you can find a lot of templates. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can start something with that. You can also have a design peg from your, say, competitors or your inspiration in terms of laying out the website. You can use them as a reference in what font to use, what font style, what colors or graphics they implement. Me personally, I do that. In WordPress, again, there's a lot of templates, free templates even you can choose from. So you can start something and then just tweak from there based on your goals and priorities. Okay, so other areas for consideration. So this happens to a lot of websites that I see. The typo error. So make sure you do your proofreading before you launch a website because the typo error pretty much has an effect in the impression of the visitor or the user. Try to be mindful as well with the date and timestamps in your blogs. Some websites you can see at the bottom copyright 2022. So if they see this copyright 2015, then there's a little effect in terms of impression. A lot of questions will come up like are they still in operation or is this company serious with what they're doing, something like that. And then the last one is that depth of information. So if the products or services you offer is something that requires a lot of knowledge, instructions, information about your products and services, in-depth information that you provide, though I know that not a lot of people will read that, but there's somehow a comfort that people feel if they see that you have a lot of information or your blogs are updated, announcements, news are regularly updated. That builds credibility as well in your website. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next lesson.